Hi, so this is Lab 210B, Callister Quadrangle, how-to for question number 5. So question number 5 is, what is the minimum elevation of Balmville Lake? Balmville Lake is down in the lower left-hand corner of the map, and we're interested in the elevation as compared to what else is going on the map. This has nothing to do with latitude and longitude, so we're going to ignore the latitude and longitude numbers around the sides of the map. We're going to be using the isolines that are drawn in the middle of the map. So if I look at Balmville Lake, there is an isoline that runs near Balmville Lake, but it's not numbered. But if I look farther up, here is a number, an isoline, which is a little darker. This is an index isoline, an index contour line, and it's labeled 100. So the value of that line is 100. Then if I look down here at the bottom of the map, the contour interval is 20 feet. Right there. All right, so that means that each one of these lines counts by 20 feet. So this one right here is 100. And if I look around, if I go up a little higher, here's a 200 way up here. And so if I count between 100 and 200 going up, this one would be 120. This one would be 140. This would be 160. And this would be 180. And then 200. So if I go down, then this one here should be 80. Now, Balmville Lake doesn't necessarily, the shoreline of Balmville Lake does not necessarily need to be on a contour line, an isoline. The isoline could be anywhere below the 80. So isoline might be, somewhere in here below. That would be the 60 line, maybe, would be actually below the water. So the fact that the shoreline of Balmville Lake is between the 60 and the 80. So let me do this. Let me draw kind of a little diagram here. So here is the 60 level, and here is the 80 level. And let me draw in a shoreline. So the shoreline would do something like this. This is the beach right here. No, that's not the beach. The shoreline of Balmville Lake is between the 80 and the 60. So what that tells me is that the water has got to be somewhere in here, filling in and covering up and submerging the 60 line. So that means that the beach would be right there between 60 and 80. So the shoreline of Balmville Lake is between 60 and 80. And the question is, what is the minimum elevation of Balmville Lake? In other words, how low could Balmville Lake actually be and still be between 80 and 60? So how low can I get? Well, I cannot be 60, because if it was 60, there would have to be a 60 line outside of Balmville Lake, and there isn't. So that means that the lake is covering up the 60 line. But I can go as low as possible. So in this case, I'm going to round to the nearest. I'm going to round to the nearest whole value, and so the minimum value on my model here would be just above the 60. So the minimum value would be 61. So the answer to my question, what is the minimum elevation of Balmville Lake, is 60. 61, and I just want to make sure I have the unit. I need the unit. So if I look down here for my contour interval, my unit was 60, or sorry, the unit label is 20 feet. That's the interval. So my unit label, my known standard unit label for this is going to be feet.